Hello coders, today we're going to discuss tables in HTML. So, let's open our example.html, and start this tutorial. Tables are used to organize data in an orderly fashion. This image shows an example of a non-HTML table. But we can copy this table exactly in HTML. First let me give some information about tables. A table consists of rows and columns. And a rows consists of columns. With that said, let's create a table element. First start with the opening and closing table tag. We declared our table. So, for our first row, let's create the row element. Like this. TR stands for table row. In this row we will add columns. A column in HTML can be a data column, or a header column. A header column gives us information about the table columns. So let's practice this. We created our table and row. Let's pretend we want to organize different types of products. So let's create our TH tags for food, drinks, and electronica. Save it and let's check our work. Cool, we've got a row with headers. Okay, now our table needs another row for our products. Let's create another TR element. In this row we want our data of products. Instead of TH let's use TD, this stand for table data. Okay, let's give it some values. Fries, beer and a Raspberry Pi. Let's check our work. Cool, it works. Let's give it multiple rows with products. Isn't that handy for displaying information? Columns like DH and TD can also contain attributes, like rowspan and columnspan. This defines how many columns a particular column should use. Let's test them both. As you can see with rowspan it uses more columns vertically. And with columnspan horizontally. There are three other elements I want to discuss. T-head, T-body and T-foot. These are used to specify parts of our table in sections. This can enable us to scroll through different parts from our table. Also, when we have a table that spans multiple pages, we can use this to always print the T-head and T-foot section at the top and bottom of our page. But for this we will need to use some CSS. This is another course. But for now, just remember that T-head, T-body and T-foot exists. Besides their styling function, they're also very useful for grouping elements in a table. Let's organize our table in a head, body and a footer section. Okay, our table is now finished. Let's give it a title. This can be done by inserting a caption element directly after the opening table tag. Like this. Cool, it works. Maybe this table looks a little confusing right now because it doesn't have any borders. For styling HTML element you need to use CSS. If you think you know enough about HTML, then you can start our second course, CSS the Complete Course. Congratulations, you've learned an important aspect of HTML for organizing data. Keep practicing and don't forget, if you failed the first time, just call it version 1.